All right, so tons of people are asking about this. I didn't really think there was much of a need for this, but everyone wants to know, how do you make money with a small YouTube channel? I've got a question here from a subscriber. She says basically she saw in a private video where I said you can make a full-time living, creating a health YouTube channel or a diet or a fitness YouTube channel, along with a blog. I talk about blogs a lot. You got to have a home base, something that's an asset that you can own and control and develop yourself. I didn't really think there was a huge need for me to talk about this. There's tons of channels out there, but she sent me a couple of links, and now after I looked at them, now I realize why you guys are having such a hard time understanding how you can create a meaningful income. And when I say meaningful, I mean create an income that can replace your day job, allow you to quit the 9-to-5. Basically. So 5 to 10K a month for most people. Anywhere from 80 to 120 grand a year will usually replace most people's day job income. For some people it's less, for some people it's a little bit more, but on average about $75,000 a year, almost everyone can live comfortably. So in this video, we're going to talk about how to do that. We're going to talk about some of the strategies that we can deploy in order to create this level of income. However, I think the main reason that you guys are struggling with this concept, you're struggling with figuring out how to do this for yourself, is because you're watching those stupid fucking channels that put together, bullshit top 10 lists about ways to make money on YouTube and all this stuff. And it's from people who aren't actually earning their living that way, right? It's just an ideas thing. What you want to do is you only want to learn from people that have actually implemented what you're trying to figure out. So, for instance, if you want to get advice on how to start a health vlog or YouTube channel or blog, you need to pay attention to people who are at least earning double what you want to earn or somewhere close to it, that can kind of spell it out for you in a way that's going to be relative to you so that it makes sense and that you actually take on the belief that it's possible through a real world example. So what's lacking, like for example, I could make the best video possible right now. There's so many, I could make an entire training on how to do this, right? And we could be here for 3 days. I could probably make it 36 hours long. It would address every single point of how you get started on YouTube, how do you set up the channel, the different ways that you should monetize when you're a new YouTuber and you have a small channel or 0 subscribers. One of the common misconceptions is that you need a ton of subscribers in order to make money. That's not true. If you go look at my channel or you look at other channels that have high stats, meaning they've got 100,000 subscribers, if you go to the About section, a lot of them don't even have 1 million views, right? So you can have a small channel with a low subscriber count, but have millions of views like mine. So, there's a huge misconception that subscribers lead to income. That's totally false. You cannot tell how successful a channel is just based on the subscriber count. Subscribers really don't mean much. A lot of times how do I explain this to you? In YouTube analytics, in the dashboard, after you've been doing YouTube for like a year or so, you can kind of look back on your stats and you can see which videos lead to the most subscribers. A lot of times, it's the videos that you don't want to lead to the type of subscriber that you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? So for me, some video that I did because I have a hobby and I love it is four-wheeler reviews, right? I love four-wheelers. I wanted to figure out how I could get YouTube to buy me a four-wheeler. Basically, my grandmother's cabin is up north. I only go up there 2 months a year. I live in Florida. I wanted a four-wheeler so that we could go and explore and have fun and do all kinds of cool stuff when I am there. But I didn't want to pay $8,000 for a piece of equipment that's just going to sit there for 10 months out of the year. So I wanted to figure out how could I earn, $150 a month, because you can finance it. It's only $150 a month. Who cares about the interest if you're getting something to cover the entire cost of it for you, right? It's basically like getting it for free. So my idea was, how can I get YouTube videos or how can I get my blog? This is how I started my stuff, by the way, to pay for this payment so that I can get the four-wheeler, not come out of pocket, and then not feel bad when it's sitting there depreciating, because it doesn't matter. It's not my active income that's covering the cost, right? That ended up working out very well, and I made tens of thousands of dollars a month based on the same concepts. But that was the start of it. It's you don't start out and you're going to make 50 grand a month or something like that, but it's very possible. So what I'm saying is, the biggest problem with all of these videos, the biggest problem with all the videos that teach you how to make money on YouTube, is that I could put together an entire training that's 36 hours long, like I said, that shows you every step of the way. But if that's not where you're at, like if you haven't worked through your own shit, if you have a limiting belief or you think that you're not good enough on camera, what are people going to think? You're scared to. I've been through all this stuff. I know what all those roadblocks are. Part of that, you could have all the technical skills in the world, but if you don't get out of your own way, or if you don't learn how to work on what's in here, you're going to be holding yourself back the entire time. I could give you the secret blueprint to making YouTube videos rank and bank, get tons of views, rank at the top for certain searches and all this stuff, because there is a technical aspect to doing that. There's a little bit of an art to it that you need to learn, and that's some tricks of the trade that I've learned over the last 10 years doing web services. So I could give you all of that stuff right now, but if you can't get out of your own way and you're not actually doing it, it's not going to help you, right? So biggest thing is, where are you in the cycle? Do you believe that you can do it? Do you think that your niche is too small? Do you think that you're not good enough? Do you think that there's already somebody doing whatever your idea is, right? And there's no room for you? All this stuff is just story in your own head. The number one thing that I would give you as a takeaway is that you could do exactly what I do and still be successful, because all I need is 100,000 people to like me. But my job is to find 100,000 people that don't like me, because my personality, the way that I present things, the way that I do things, only resonates with half of the people that come across my stuff, right? So there's room for the other half who hate me or just don't like me. I'm not their person, right? There's room for someone to serve that group of people in the same way. And so most people don't realize that. They just think of it as, oh, it's already being done. Or, oh, that person is so polished, they've had a 5-year head start on me, there's no way that I could compete with them. But you're not looking at competition in the right way. Competition, when you look at things like that, you're not thinking of being of service to a group of people, which is what a YouTube channel really is, which is what a YouTube personality, unless you want to be some of these idiotic, entertainment vloggers or stuff like that. But then you're going to be downgraded to only earning money from YouTube ad revenue, right? And so if you can't get a $10 CPM, you're not going to earn any money from millions of views. It's just going to be a complete waste of time. Or if you're not in a very expensive ad niche, like finance or something like that, it's going to be very difficult for you to earn money. This is why the prankster vloggers and stuff, you see them on a churn and burn cycle. One will get really big, they're here for a year or two, and then they kind of disappear. Then there's another one, and you're constantly chasing your tail when you're doing stuff like that. You can build a much more meaningful income, and you can build a brand and an asset that has value for yourself with a small channel and actually make a lot more money than some of those pranksters, some of the entertainment channels and stuff like that. But getting back to the topic at hand, part of the reason that these how to make money on YouTube videos don't help you is because you're not interacting, right? You're not saying, hey, this is where I'm stuck. You're not using the comment system and being like, hey, because I have all the tools, I have the experience, I have the proof of income. Like there isn't anything. If you could come here today, I could sit you down. Within about 2 hours, we could formulate some type of a plan that would lead to your success as long as you execute it like you're supposed to, right? However, maybe you're further along than that. Maybe you've already started. Maybe you're stuck with this particular thing. Or maybe, that's not your roadblock. You're not asking, or one of the things that, okay, let me just put it like this. In this video, use the comment system. Tell me what your sticking point is. I'm going to make another video about this tomorrow and the next day and the next day. For the next week, I'm making videos on how to make money on YouTube. Put in there what your biggest sticking point is. What do you want to see as a video from me? What kind of information do you want to hear? What is it that you need to learn to get you to the next step? Everyone wants to be an overnight success, but they don't want to take the step for today so that they can improve for tomorrow. You know what I mean? And that's all you have to do. It's one foot in front of the other. Just get you down the trail immediately, or eventually you'll get to the destination. Everyone wants it to be immediate. It doesn't work that way. So you've got to do little bits, and you got to get started. You got to take the right actions. I can help you with that. That's easy. Once you're in the flow, it's easy. Just keep executing, keep doing more of what's working. And then once you have a foundation, then there's a whole strategy that I can teach you to go back, see what worked, see what people want. Then you get to the point that I'm at, right? I don't have to come up with content ideas for YouTube that make money or are fun, or it doesn't matter. There's an entire base, an entire group of people that drive the content, right? For my YouTube channel, for my blog, Clever Leverage, for all the sauna stuff. That's kind of like a separate thing that I do, because I'll explain that later. The biggest thing is you can get to a certain point where there's so much momentum that readers, watchers on YouTube, readers of the blog, followers, just people that are interested in that will kind of guide you from there. They'll submit questions every day. You'll get emails. You'll get blog comments. You'll get YouTube comments. If you're brave and you put an 800 number on your blog, you'll get phone calls with voice messages like I do. And then you can kind of pick and choose, well, which direction do I want to go in? Or you can see a trend. This many people want help with this thing. Maybe I should put a video out about that. Or maybe I should shoot them a quick email and just send them a link to a video that I did, 2 years ago that already shows them how to do this. They just weren't able to find it on YouTube or something like that. So there's so many things that you can do. Everyone's worried about how to make money. If you're going to rely on YouTube ad revenue, or you think YouTube is going to pay your bills, you're going to be sorely mistaken with a small channel. There's better ways to do that. You can write books, you can do ebooks, you can do digital courses, you can sell physical products. I can show you how to do all that stuff. You can make tens of thousands of dollars a month with a tiny little channel that nobody knows about, hardly any subscribers, doesn't take a lot of views. You won't be sucked into that YouTube algorithm. It won't matter what your CPM rate is. Ads are basically just like a bonus. Maybe they help your videos rank better because obviously YouTube wants to show videos that have ads turned on so they make money, right? So a lot of people don't know that. I hate ads. I don't really want ads turned on my channel. I mean, a few $100s a month extra for not doing anything is cool, right? But a lot of times they're annoying and intrusive and whatever. However, if there's a view or ranking or algorithm benefit to having ads turned on, I'm going to use them. You know what I mean? But I'll probably save, there's some tips and tricks on how you can still do that, get the benefit, but not annoy your subscribers too much. I'll probably put some type of a training together to show you how to do that. But biggest takeaway for this is let me know what you want to see in tomorrow's video. Help me help you, because I could give you the best technical tips in the world, but if it's not relevant to the stage that you're at, or if it is not in alignment with your current belief, like if you don't think that it's possible to make $10,000 a month from YouTube, then the first thing we got to do is address that, right? I need to either show you some examples of how it's being done so that you can adjust your expectations and so that you can see that it is a possible reality, or we've got to do some internal work, in here, or it could be a number of different things. It depends on where you're at, where your sticking point is. If it's just you don't know how to set up the channel, you don't know how to make videos, you don't know how to follow a format, or you need a template, you don't know how to optimize videos, or maybe you do upload videos from your cell phone, but they don't get any views. You don't know how to make your titles. You don't know how to do SEO for YouTube. You don't know how to properly utilize your descriptions and tags and things like that so that your videos actually get traction. Or maybe it's thumbnails. You're not a graphic designer and you don't know how to do that. You need a quick, easy way to do it on the computer without using a fancy, Photoshop software program or something like that. There's all these little sticking points. Or maybe it's you don't understand the formulaic differences between different types of monetization, right? You don't understand why you would make videos on the front end for free and then you're going to sell a course on the back end. Or maybe you think that people wouldn't buy it if you give out all your information for free on YouTube, yet you're trying to sell a course for $99 or something like that, right? That is completely false. People will still buy it. There's a disconnect there, and you probably just don't understand the structure of what goes into having a successful channel. So, like I said, biggest problem with all of these videos is that no one is addressing these things. So tell me what you're stuck with, and I'll help you in tomorrow's video. Have a great day, guys.